As I shared yesterday, Anne and I have been watching a lot of British restoration shows, and one of the things that's interesting is you don't always know, like when you're watching these shows, and they walk you through this, like you don't always know what the damage is, because appearances can be deceiving. Sometimes things can look really great, especially like on the exterior of a building. Things can look really great, but it's hiding a deeper problem. And other times the exterior can look really bad because it's really bad. It is a significant issue in the way structurally the building is sound or unsound. And oftentimes what happens in these restoration projects is people have put quick fixes on. The episode actually we watched last night, they had an exterior wall was made with sandstone, and someone put in trying to fill the cracks, someone put concrete over it, which then prevented the sandstone from being able to breathe. So it began to crumble. So it absorbed water, could not breathe, and it began to crumble. And I think that is like a really great analogy for us. Like some of these buildings are deeply, deeply broken. And the only thing that's going to fix it is a complete restoration. As we look at the world in which we live in, we have a deeply, deeply, deeply broken world. I would say it is far worse than what we imagine. Sometimes we feel that brokenness. Sometimes I feel the brokenness of the world more deeply than other times. There are some days where I feel my own brokenness worse than on other days. And what you need when we are experiencing this brokenness is not just a quick fix. The deep brokenness within us is not going to be resolved by covering it up, by hiding from it, by pretending it doesn't exist. This deep brokenness is not going to be resolved in us with poor habits. Sometimes we try and resolve the brokenness within us by maybe it's by alcohol, maybe it's with affirmation and approval of others, maybe it's acting out sexually. Like there's lots of ways we try and fix the problems that are wrong with us. There are lots of ways that we try to cover up the sin that so easily entangles us, as the book of Hebrews says. And what's needed is a restoration. What's needed is we are to be made new. And in Isaiah 53, verse 5, it says, "But Jesus, was pierced for our rebellion, crushed for our sins. He was beaten so we could be made whole. He was whipped so we could be healed." So the thing that fixes us, the thing that resolves us, the thing that restores us back to God's original intent for us, where we find our identity, our value, and our purpose in Him, the thing that fixes that is the person of Jesus. And what I would love for you to do today is think about an area in which you experience brokenness in your own life. And then give that over to Jesus. Allow Him to restore you. Ask Him to take it. Ask Him to fix you. And one of the things that we've seen in watching all of these shows is sometimes it's a very violent process. Sometimes it is certainly not the cheapest of things. Our restoration is not the cheapest of things. It came at the expense of Jesus, which is what we're going to talk more about tomorrow. So our restoration is not cheap. It came with a cost. And while Jesus bears that cost, there are certain aspects of our lives where we are going to feel that cost being borne. We are going to have to function, act, do things, say things, think things differently, and that's going to hurt. But right now, just think about an area of brokenness in your life and ask Jesus to restore you. Love you, praying with you, praying for you, and we're going to talk about Jesus tomorrow.